we talk about, because one of the things I said is like P being the corruption of God's design, right? We believe that our
Mhm.
creator created sex and he had a certain design
Oh,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And P is corrupting that, right? That's why
yeah,
you're
yeah,
watching stuff in your sober mind you would never. But now
yeah.
you just brought up another corruption, right? You're
Mhm.
saying that you went online, and I want to know how you even got there, that you're ordering toys, because I only hear women. I really do only hear, when I hear toys, I think of women
Yeah, yeah,
ordering toys. So for
yeah,
you to be like, nah, we got
yeah,
toys too, that's another
yeah.
corruption. So please help me understand, how
Uh,
did you get to no more hand?
yeah.
I want a toy.
Um, so when we talk about, well, I want to go back to
Go ahead.
um, when you talk about perversion, the Greek and the Hebrew word for iniquity is something that's bent from its
Mm,
original, take a spoon and you bend it, it's no longer what it's originally made for. That's what
wow.
iniquity is in Hebrew and Greek. But God also says, I'll forgive you of your iniquities in Psalms 103. And so God can undo the bending. He can undo the twisting or the perversion of a thing.
Amen.
But we have to acknowledge it's perverted. You can't call it
Hmm.
a mistake. You can't call it an
Or
addiction.
normal.
Well, it's not normal. They have to call it a sin and an iniquity to be healed from it and delivered. As far as the toy, just like crack and marijuana, you want something more disgusting than last. And so I would go, how did I get to the website? Well, that came from the DVDs. And then when I would be on my computer in high school, I would say, I'm going to watch some P, type in P or anything
Hmm.
to do with it. And and you just see, you go to it, MILFs, all that,
Hmm.
um, all that stuff. And then they would show, most of it at that time would show just a preview, and I would get stimulated off of that enough to try to get me a quickie
Hmm.
and
Wow.
and 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 be about it, you know. And to the point also, even at my grandma's house, you know, some of the men in the family had stashed it away at the grandma's house, and everybody knew it, probably except for grandma and
Mm.
granddad. But the other folk knew it, you know, the tape of the DVDs. And so I was even stealing from my uncles, and they didn't know I was stealing from them, their DVDs, to take it home to put in my PlayStation 2 and close my door,
Hmm.
you know, and then have my little party.
Not the
You
party.
know, yeah, it was a little part, my little personal little party.
That was a dark
Um,
party. That was a dark party. So how
dark
did you
party.
get introduced to the male toys?
Well, okay, here's down at the rabbit hole we talked about. In
Mhm.
high school, that addiction, it's like my therapist called it cognitive dissonance,
Mm.
where you have two different beliefs at the same time. So you know
Mhm.
you're smoking cigarette, but it's killing your lungs, but
You
you
know
keep
it's killing.
smoking.
Mhm.
You know it's bad, but you want to quit, but you don't quit.
Yep.
So with addiction, and you see even people on cocaine and crack sell stuff and do stuff they wouldn't normally do, but because of the mind that's been changed and manipulated through those hormones and so forth, um, I became so compulsive in M that I used to M so much. My male, can I say it? Can I say the P word?
Penis. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Fair enough.
penis was hurting. My penis was hurting for days.
Mm.
I'd be in high school and that started hurting. The only person I could tell was my dad. I couldn't tell my mom. I said, Dad, my penis hurt. They're like, what are you doing? They masturbating. I've been beating it.
Beating
And
it. Yeah.
even with lotion, it didn't matter, even with a towel. Um, and it got to the point where if I would masturbate once, it'll still hurt because God didn't make your penis for your hands. He made it
Mm.
for a woman's body.
Mhm.
And so and that can create dysfunction in men if you keep doing it long enough. And so what caused me to get the toys, the female vagina toys,
Mhm.
was, can I still get a stimulation, orgasm, without hurting my male organism? And so the toy, I could do that sucker 10 times in one fit. My penis would never hurt. But when I do, the moment I do it with my hand, it hurt. or with a towel, it'll hurt. Or I would do the pillow, multiple pillows, and it would not hurt as much. But the vaginal tubes with like it was rubber, and they literally designed it
I'm sure.
according to a woman's anatomy, literally.
Mhm.
Right? And they got some of them with a booty, big old booty, big bootylicious, all that. And it's a fantasy. It's a sexual perverted fantasy, but it's what you choose, is what you chase. And so with that, it was just felt better. I could get in what I want to get in, do my M, do my P, and I go in.